Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of English with Chris presents English Word of the Day. Today's word is Quixotic. Quixotic. Quixotic is an adjective and the definition as follows: foolishly impractical, especially in the pursuit of ideals, especially marked by rash, lofty romantic ideas or extravagantly chivalrous action. And just a heads up, so I only have one example here that I've taken from recent news because the majority were very, very much convoluted. Convoluted, a word that if you watched a previous word of the day, you would know the meaning, but convoluted, basically um, unnecessarily complicated or confusing. So they wouldn't have been very good examples. And for that reason, I've got some easier to follow examples. First off, we have, although Jack's plan for killing the giant was quixotic, it was the villagers' only hope. So, if you know of the story Jack and the Beanstalk, you would know that, spoiler alert, there is a giant at the top of the beanstalk that would quite like to see Jack's demise, being that Jack's maybe come into possession of something that isn't rightly his. So Jack is a average person, and a giant is obviously very, very much bigger than an average person. So for Jack to consider killing a giant was very quixotic. So it's a very lofty idea, something that most people would not put bets on in Jack's favor, because it's quite unlikely he's going to be able to kill a giant. Alas, it was the villager's only hope, so he had no choice but to try. Next up, we have, while the knight's quest sounded noble, in reality it was a quixotic plot which could only end in the young man's death. Okay, so noble is like for a good cause, or maybe for the good of other people. In reality, it was a quixotic plot, so a foolish and impractical plot that can only lead in this young man's demise. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying young man there. I don't know how old the knight is here. In the man's demise. Now, our example from the news, like Timothy Treadwell in Grizzly Man and other quixotic figures in the Herzog canon, Onoda is driven to extremes by an intoxicating blend of passion and delusion. Ryu Spaeth, The New Republic, 2nd of June 2022. So here, quixotic figures. So it shows us that maybe more than one character here in this particular story is maybe a little bit foolish and prone to romantic ideas of extravagant chivalry, at their own detriment, let's say. So this is a complicated word, but it's good to know in case you're reading and you come across it. And now, hopefully, it will stay somewhere in your mind. Maybe it won't be at the forefront, but maybe it'll be there somewhere, and you'll be able to recollect it. Now, our synonyms here, we have utopian. So utopian is basically a perfect world. Impractical, foolish, dreamy, impulsive. These are all our synonyms for today. And the etymology as follows: quixotic, adjective, of persons extravagantly chivalrous, absurdly romantic, abstractly striving for an unattainable or impractical ideal. 1791, from Don Quixote, the romantic, impractical hero of Cervantes' satirical novel Don Quixote de la Mancha, 1605. In English translation by 1620, Don Quixote, as the type of anyone attempting the impossible or holding visionary but impossible ideals, is in English from 1670s. His name literally means fie, also acuese, a piece of armor for the fie. In modern Spanish, um, Quixote, from Latin coxa, hip. Okay, that's it for the etymology. Thigh, in case you're unfamiliar, is a part of the leg. It's the part above your knee and below your waist. So that's it for the etymology. I hope you enjoyed this word of the day. A bit unusual, but a nice word. Please do enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.